But now that I know that time travel is possible, I am compelled to ask, were you there?
I wish. No, but I researched everything about the places and the time that I wrote about. In fact, I've researched every historical document on you, including I even mapped him to find out the places that he actually put what he calls outposts, what we call post offices today.
Oh yes, there's a detailed description of how my son and I, he helped me as a matter of fact, to measure the time and distance between cities. We cut the time it took to deliver the mail in half.
Actually, believe it or not, 24 hours from Philadelphia to New York, he got the mail down. That isn't even happening today. However, since I got you here, I would really like to ask you about your son, William. I'm fascinated with...
Pardon me, my dear, though I confess I'm startled at your knowledge of the discord between my son and I would prefer if we did not discuss him further.
Oops. Okay.
But I must admit, I was tickled that you were aware that it was I who wrote the letter of recommendation for young George Washington. It was that letter that allowed him to join the Fraternal Order of Freemasons in Virginia. What a delightful young gentleman, such a strapping fellow. And he did catch Melinda's eye, did he not?
Oh, yeah, he did. However, I was told in writing this that you really shouldn't write about the Founding Fathers getting it on.
Getting it on what?
Let's see, in your time it would be called intimate relationships.
Oh, yes, I had intimate correspondences with over 300 people at any given time. As a matter of fact, I had the most prolific quill in the colonies.
No, I don't think you know what I mean. What I'm talking about is not writing about the Founding Fathers having sex.
Oh, yes, I am certainly in Melinda's time and not mine own. But allow me to change the subject. I was delighted by your description of young Paul Revere, though I am not certain he would have been so pleased that you have revealed his secret. Though I must admit it was perfectly accurate. Likewise, the description of that rakish young Johnny Hancock. And oh my word, that speech of Samuel Adams, when he wrote those words, when he spoke them, dare I say it, those words, those radical words of rebellion.
I got to tell you that this is the Ben Franklin from 1752, a loyalist to the crown and not the patriot that he will become.
I beg your pardon, my dear. I take umbrage at your comment. Are you implying that I am not concerned about my city, about Philadelphia, about all of my fellow colonists?
Excuse me, sir, meaning no disrespect, but Mr. Franklin, even Melinda points out that in 1752, you really weren't that concerned with all your fellow colonists. What about blacks and Indians, for example?
Now you sound just like Melinda.
Why not?
She always had a great deal to say about everything, some of which I found quite confusing. 401k? TV, internet, and the most disturbing thing of all, that wars are still being fought today over real estate and religion. I am absolutely flabbergasted when I hear things of this nature. She also said to me that I must not patent my own inventions. I've always believed in the value of making a profit, and from what I see about me here, I believe that profit would have been immense. But I must now relate to you a most disturbing piece of news which I have just discovered, and I would like to relay it to you. It appears that my designs have been stolen. This is remarkably upsetting to me. As a matter of fact, I must leave here and go back to my own time and find out what is happening. Please, forgive me. It is time for me to depart. My dear, I will humbly take my leave of you. Adieu.
Ben Franklin, everyone.